Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. I'm your host, Peter Lee. With me today, as always, he's one of Santa's helpers. He's probably Santa's only Jewish helper. He's also the producer, director, cameraman, and everything else. He's my husband, Phil Gordimer.
And good afternoon from cold New Jersey, where it's about 21 degrees. And if you're watching us live or on replay, welcome.
All right, back to me. So, welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live again. We're going to start with a little cocktail, our espresso cocktail. We did this last year for one of the Christmas live streams, and it seems like a good tradition. We did it for the cookie live stream last year, so why not have it with this one too? Here we go.
So this is 2 ounces of Mr. Black coffee liqueur, and that is specific here, not Kahlua. 1 ounce of vodka. Today we're adding vanilla vodka, and 1 ounce of espresso or cold brew.
Espresso, not X.
I said espresso.
Sound like X to me, dear.
Bevertree says they make a good espresso martini.
I love them. All right. Shall I deliver or will you?
I'll be there.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Mr. Black is amazing. It's one of my favorites. And we tried this recipe with Kahlua and it just didn't work as well. So, cheers.
We're trying to be good today.
That's good.
About what we drink, because we're going out to a show tonight in Philadelphia at the Kimmel Center. For those of you who are in the know, and I'm not going to explain it, we're going to see Jinx and Dela, their holiday show.
Jinx Monsoon and Ben de la Creme. All right. So we have a lot to cover today. And then we're going to have some fun today, too.
Well, let me get rid of your screen
So,
we can see you.
Now, do you have any PSAs? I think you do.
Well, when you talk about the cookie swap, then I'll do the PSA related to it.
Okay, I thought you were going to do it all first. But all right, so it's all about this great virtual cookie swap that we're doing today. As he pulls out his notes. And you see I have stuff here. We're going to do some baking. And I'll start it in just a few moments. And we'll talk about the cookies and things in between. So, when I was researching cookie swaps, the first place my brain goes is, who started this? Where did it come from? And there's a lot of stories, shall we say, a lot of them. So depending on who you believe, the earliest example of a Christmas cookie swap in America dates back to the 17th century. The Dutch brought the custom with them from the Old World, and the first recorded swap apparently occurred at a Dutch-oriented event in New York, which was at that time called New Amsterdam. And that was in 1703. The word cookie comes from the Dutch as well. And this is from a website called grunge.com. They have all kinds of weird history and facts. But of course, as we know them, cookie exchanges or cookie swaps started in the early 20th century in the mid-1930s. And they have evolved into what we know today. They've changed a great deal. In fact, December 22nd is National Cookie Exchange Day. Nothing for you yet? Okay. Well. So,
I'm very proud to say, actually let me put us both up for this. I'm very proud to say that when we asked for submissions for cookie, we put that in 3 weeks ago, we got 43 entries. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Some of them were great, and some of them were amazing, and a lot of them were duplicates. So let me give you an idea of what you're going to see today. Let me first caution you, if you see your recipe, but the picture does not look the same, there could be a couple of reasons. YouTube is a little flaky and a little kind of nuts when you show kids.
Yes.
So if you had kids in the picture, I had to cut it out so we only see the cookies. Some of you had some good recipes, but the picture was a little tough, so I found an appropriate picture to relate it. So again, if you see it's edited, it's because we want to keep the YouTube police off
Yeah.
our backs. We have lots of submissions today. We've picked 22 of the top 40 that came in, and that's excluding duplicates and things like that. And if there was a story that didn't go on for paragraphs, it's also in there too.
So, cookie swaps, what I didn't know, often have rules. And I found a website, and it was unfortunate it hasn't been active since 2017. Or that was her last post on Facebook too. It was called cookie-exchange.com, and they had a Facebook page, and she just stopped doing it. But she had some interesting rules. Some of these I agree with, some of them not so much. First is all cookies should be homemade, baked, and the main ingredient must be flour. Homemade, yes, I agree with. But the main ingredient, or even baked, no. There's lots of no-bake recipes that are delicious. And to have that, to me, cuts out a whole bunch of variety that you could have for a cookie. No plain chocolate chip cookies, cookie mixes, no bakes, meringues, or bars. Again, it's a little too specific for my taste. I can agree with cookie mixes, but why not meringues and bars? They're wonderful. Number 3, and there's 10 of these rules. Please bring 6 dozen cookies in total. That's not a hardship. Most cookie recipes make at least that much. If the theme is Christmas cookies, but you can make any theme you like. So I guess if you're having another type of party and you want to do a cookie exchange, you could. This is little. Arrange cookies in a basket or platter and be creative. Bring a large container to carry away your cookie, or the hostess can provide a takeaway container. Hi, Janet. So, again, okay, yeah, that's fine. Email a copy of your recipe before the party or bring it to the party. Sure, because that'd be great. You know, hey, I love these little blah, blah, blah cookies, and can I get the recipe? It's already there.
Janet says it's
20 in Rhode Island
also.
Yeah.
So it's not just us in deep freeze.
Yeah, but I'm loving it. I love the cold weather. If it's Christmas or whatever the party theme is, Christmas attire is encouraged. And sure, that makes it fun. You know, you can also combine it with an ugly Christmas sweater party, right? RSVP as soon as you can and let the host know what type of cookies you're planning on baking. No duplicate recipes are allowed. Well, I will kind of disagree. Yes to the RSVP. Let them know. But you know what? You could have 2 or 3 people bring chocolate chip cookies. And I will guarantee you, as long as they're homemade, you're going to get 2 or 3 different chocolate chip cookies. Maybe subtly. Maybe someone used cinnamon. Maybe someone uses dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate. Could be. There's a prize for best Christmas outfit. Yeah, I like that. I like that one. Number 10. If you don't have time to bake or have burnt your cookies but still want to attend, you must go to a real bakery and buy 6 dozen of yummy cookies. It's a little harsh. I'm sorry, Janet, whatever your name was, I burnt my cookies, so I just won't come, and then you have one less. Like, no, that's rude. But speaking of cookies, I'm going to start to bake some for you because this is going to take a minute.
Well, let's start out with our first submission.
Okay.
So from Pepper Tree Villa, Arnie and Doug, it's PB&J Thumbprint with homemade Olally Berry jam. I've never heard of Olally Berry jam.
No, but that looks delicious.
It does. We'll keep that up there for a minute while you get to reset.
I don't need to reset anything. I'm just putting my drink out of the way so I don't guzzle it. Okay, so one of my famous Christmas cookies that my mother made, and we did a recipe for it in episode 2 years ago maybe. They do look delicious. Is my mother's double chocolate chip pudding cookies. And this was based on a recipe she found inside a box of instant pudding, like sometime back in the 70s. And she started playing with it and making pairs, predominantly in the Pacific Northwest, Olally berries. I'm gonna have to look them up. Look them up, dear. Please.
Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Well,
I got
can't
3
do it
extra
right now.
screens today. For the techno geeks who love to know how we do this, I had so many submissions I needed to put a tablet up to have another besides all the buttons I got on
Yeah.
here.
All right.
For
So
today.
back to me because it's already like 5 o'clock and the show. We missed the show and so.
Oh, I
come on.
forgot my other PSA.
All right. What's your other PSA? Quickly, quickly.
Because we have so much to do today and so many cookie swaps, we will not be doing our small channel introduction, but we will do 2 of them in our next live stream on the 15th.
All right. So I'm going to make a version that my mother made. The original recipe is just chocolate chip pudding cookies, and they're delicious. Then she came up with the double chocolate, and then she started playing. Berries are a blackberry hybrid. We just made a couple batches. Oh, that's wonderful. I'll look them up. When I watch this on replay, I will look it up. Anyway, today we're going to make butterscotch pudding cookies. Yeah, I know. So we're going to start with some butter. Real butter, not margarine. This is unsalted butter. And this is 2 sticks, which is 8 ounces or 226 grams. Oh, Salem the cat, please. Right in our mixer. This is nice and soft. Well, in theory. It's been sitting out since last Christmas, but you never know. To that, I'm going to add some brown sugar. Here we go. And this is 3/4 of a cup, 170 grams. Right in. Granulated sugar, 1/4 cup, which weighs out to 60 grams. And large one butter. Aha. Look, instant pudding with artificial stuff. I know. Pete, what the heck? You don't eat that type of food. Well, once in a while. This is a secret ingredient. And what it does is it makes the cookies richer and creamier somehow. So 1 packet. And this is, what size packet? 4 ounces, 110 grams. And with the chocolate, I changed from vanilla pudding to chocolate pudding. When we've tried it with butterscotch pudding and butterscotch chips, it's too much. So using the vanilla pudding is going to keep it a little less. Oops. And a teaspoon, 5 mils of vanilla. We're going to get this creaming. There we go.
And the clicking you hear in the background is the oven heating up.
While that goes, we're going to prepare our dry ingredients. This is easy. This is all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 cups or 340 grams. To that, I'm going to add just a teaspoon of baking soda. And we're just going to give it a little mixy mix. I'm just going to let this hang out for a minute. Does Christmas crack, saltines coated in chocolate and stuff count as a cookie? Yes, absolutely. And I know what that is, but I don't know what it's really called other than Christmas crack. But I'd love to find it. We need to add some eggs. Just 2 eggs. 1 at a time. These are just plain large eggs. See if I can do 1 at a time. Oh yeah, there we go.
As things get louder and louder.
Yes, dear.
And while that mixes away, let's show another cookie.
Okay.
So this is from Viola's Baked and Cookie Delights, who is also one of
Snowball
our
cookies.
channels.
Yeah.
These are snowball cookies. My mom started making them when I was a small child. I'm the one who's been baking them in my adult years of life.
I love those, especially when they're properly made. A lot of times they're a little dry for me, but I love them. I love that little almond flavor of them. All right, this is all mixed together. So we're going to start adding in the flour mixture a little at a time. So let's see if I can do this without spilling it all over.
Let's make a snowstorm. Put it on high.
You're silly, and I'm telling Santa.
I'm going to have to vacuum it up.
No, Karen will vacuum it up on Tuesday.
And if you're watching us live, tell us in chat where you're watching from. Yeah. Say, hey, hello from, and give us your city and state, and we'll build a map. And I see a kitty just walked by there.
Yep. I think I heard a litter party going on in there. Now this makes a very stiff dough, and it's going to get stiffer and stiffer. Oh, thank you. For the mixer, you mean?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things.
And we actually bought that specifically for the show, so people could see the stuff mixing.
Because it came with the standard metal bowl. All right, I think I can dump the rest of it in. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer like I do, you can do it like my poor sainted mother. I'm busy hitting the like button.
Yes, you could please hit the like button. That helps. Thank you.
She used to do this by hand. Now you can hear my mixer struggling a bit. All right. Let's clear this off.
We got a message from Lori here.
My gran is very upset with me because I used the slice and bake cookie dough. Well, as gran should be, Lori. My goodness. All right, let's take this off. Bring it over here. Clean off the paddle. Now, right now, this is delicious to eat. I know.
I'm kind of proud of myself here. I'm getting all the cameras right.
Yes, you are. You're keeping up with me.
4 screens and watching the chat.
Good bear.
Yep. Doug and Arnie say the glass bowl's fantastic with the stand mixer on camera. Yeah. And, you know, it really wasn't that expensive.
Nope.
I want to say I paid $30 for it.
All right. Now, I said these were going to be the butterscotch version.
Thank you, Janine.
So I'm adding a 12-ounce bag of butterscotch morsels. And do I have? I don't.
And while you're doing that, let's
do another one.
Let's do another one. And this is from one of our favorite regulars in the kitchen with Janine. They're pecan tassies. Now, Janine kind of wrote us multiple paragraphs, so I condensed it. It says, when I was a little girl, my Aunt Carmen would make these for me at their home in New Jersey. Yay, Jersey, that's where we are. Just saying. And they do look amazing.
Oh, yeah. Pecan tassies, yes. All right, so this takes a little muscle at this point. This is why I have this big spoon. Now, at this point, you could also add some chopped nuts. But my husband doesn't care for them. And with his teeth right now, I don't want to force them on him. Plus, everyone's allergic to nuts these days. But I like them. Sometimes I add them. So we just want to mix this through.
Light week, only 11 people on. Oh, well.
It's a holiday. Everyone's
it's a holiday.
Traveling.
Yeah, it's okay.
They're tired. Hungover, maybe. Okay. Let's clear these up. Because I need some room. See, I love on live streams I can make noise like this that I can't make. Penny says jam thumbprints are my favorite. Oh, yeah. There was a sandwich cookie that you make this time of year that has jam in it, and it has a name.
Yeah, in chat, everyone, tell us what your favorite cookie is so we can just kind of throw them all up there. So tell us your favorite cookie, even if you didn't make it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have a little sheet pan here because that's the only thing that fits in this oven. Ungreased. That's important. Ungreased. You don't need to grease it because there's, a half a pound of butter in this. So I like using my little portion scoop. This is the smaller of them. And then that way we're just going to get consistently sized cookies.
I think we figured out that was a tablespoon.
I think it's less than that. I think the bigger one, but whatever. I'm going to give these some room. They don't spread out too much, but just for paranoia's sake. Now, when my mom was making this, she didn't have one of these, but she still managed just a teaspoon. I think the original recipe called for them to be much bigger. But these cookies are so rich, and because her kids would devour them as fast as she could make them, well, kids and her husband, so she started making them smaller and smaller, and she would get, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 dozen out of, she would get far more than the recipe said she should. She had that magic superpower.
All right, and while you're scooping, let's do another one.
Let's do another.
So this is Andrew Jack Johnson, AJ, who's in our chat very often. These are energy balls. It's his riff on rum balls. I'd like to believe that maybe that was the riff on our rum ball recipe, but I'll ask him later.
That we were inspired by someone else.
We were inspired by somebody else, but I do like the fact that he took the time to do white,
that's pretty.
Chocolate, coconut. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Very cool. All right, so I'm gonna squeeze for a 12 a dozen on this. Now we're gonna pop these in the oven, 375 Fahrenheit, 190 Celsius, and I'm giving all the metrics today because we've had people from Australia watching this week and commenting. Anyway, these will be 8 to 10 minutes. The recipe says you'll get about 6 dozen. Well, we'll see. But I'm just going to make 1 dozen. Into the oven.
Again, in chat, put what your favorite cookie is.
Yep.
And while you're there, tell us where you're watching from. And I see we have another cat back there.
What? Where?
Oh, it's Preston.
Yeah. Ziggy, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Hank, I agree with you, but this particular portion scoops that we get from OXO do not have a number on them.
It might, well...
No, they don't. We've been through this before.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Okay.
The OXO ones don't have a number on it.
Okay. Anyway, they work well. And it's consistency. That's what you really want. So, we talked about when a cookie swaps start. So there may be some rules that this person has. And you should have some rules or guidelines. But what other themes or holidays or occasions could you do a cookie swap for? You know, she kept mentioning, you know, whatever your theme is, whatever your occasion is. And I was thinking about that. And I thought, well, I'm kind of stumped. So say something in chat. What else could you do a cookie swap for? I mean, I guess you could do the big holidays, 4th of July, Easter. In the Kitchen with Karen, another favorite, another good friend. Chewy ginger molasses cookies. These are my favorite holiday cookies. They are full of warm spice flavor and stay nice and chewy. Me too. And good old gingerbread. I love a nice... I could have made that too. My done the 2 fat ladies recipe. Yeah. Those are definitely Christmassy. What else we got here? I know we have lots of comments too.
Well, let's see who says what about what.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got, hold on. So Janet says snowballs.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Janine says Linzer
Linzer
tarts.
tarts. Yeah, those are the ones I think I'm thinking of. Janine. Yeah, I like them too. Sorry. My apron's coming loose.
That's all the, oh, we got a cute kitty comment.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Which
Whoa.
kitty was it? Was it Preston or Cabot?
It was Preston.
Of course it's Preston.
Yeah, really.
Of course it's Preston.
Yeah, summer cookie swap would kind of be interesting just because people think you have to have a theme for cookies. Why not?
Sure.
We can do another electronic one.
Yeah.
All right, Doug loves crinkle cookies.
Oh, yeah. I've never made them, and they look so easy to make. And I thought about it. I did bake another cookie. Let me show them to you. So this is a recipe I found in one of my cookbooks. I have a few cookbooks dedicated just to cookies. And this is actually from a Betty Crocker cookbook. And I don't know. These are cranberry orange cookies. They're supposed to be iced, but it also recommends if you want it, that they're very sweet, so you could skip the icing, which I did. They call for fresh cranberries. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I mismeasured the flour, but they spread, and they're very cakey. I even cooked them longer than they said. It was a very wet dough. They're delicious, and they're sweet, and they're tart. But I think next time maybe I'll use dry cranberries instead. Oh, pizzelles, yeah, absolutely. But these are good. Christmassy, cranberry and orange. And yeah, pizzelles, when I worked in CVS 100 years ago in the pharmacy, they used to sell food-grade anise oil. I think they look delicious. Thank you, Janine. They are, but they're just a little weird still. But they're festive. But we used to have to special order it, the anise oil, for pizzelles. Could you make your Scottish shortbread into cookies? Yeah, you could. You know, you could maybe add a little more flour and roll it out and then cut it into cookies, into bars or something. I just don't. But you could. Someone said to me, well, it is a cookie. Like, no, it's a pastry, dear. It's a shortbread. So yeah, these are good, but I gotta play with them. Yeah.
Especially in Jersey where it's legal.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to keep scooping.
Oh, I like this
Make them
question.
for gifts.
Hold on.
If you only had time during the season to make just one cookie, what would it be? For Doug, it would be sugar cut-out cookies. For Arnie, it would be gingerbread. That's a tough call.
Similar to what we're asking people about
Yeah.
their favorite cookie.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, this would be a good question to ask your Monday night crowd.
I think I would make these pudding cookies because people just devour them. Jack Warner, forget cookies, I make killer biscotti. Where's my coffee? I have a great biscotti recipe, but I don't double bake it. I have, so I know it's not really biscotti. However, the first time I made it, in between the bakes, we had an emergency. We had to leave the house and go for a few hours. And when we came back, when we finally got home, I said, oh, it's 3 a.m. I'm not going to do the double bake on that biscotti. And the next day, we tried them, and they were delicious. They were just soft and this wonderful, similar to these cranberry things back here. But when I did it the right way and made it with the double bake, they were pretty good. But yeah, again, biscotti is one of those things that right now I don't think Philip could have. Denise, we did a terrible cookie swap at work last Christmas. Some of the cookies were terrible, some were overdone, and there were some weird cookies. Well, and that's part of the risk, I guess, of cookie swaps. When people go, oh, this is great, and then they're burned, or it's like, you call that a cookie? Then again, there are many times where the creativity that people have are just, it's amazing.
What is that sound?
What is what sound?
There's a vibration hum.
That's the oven, dear.
Oh, oven? Okay, yeah, it's weird.
How are they looking? Oh, they're looking good.
Let's bring up another one.
Marianne H. Decorated sugar cookies. I do them with my daughter.
Yeah, we do not have the hand skill to pipe.
Nope.
So, no. Which is kind of weird because in my earlier days, I could decorate wedding cakes.
Well,
But I could never pipe like that for design.
like anything else, dear, it takes practice. and the desire to do it, which we don't have either of those things.
Correct.
Plus, we know enough people who are bakers that we can just, flutter our eyes. Yolanda says, my mom doesn't make many cookies, but she does make killer brownies that she gives away at Christmas. That's awesome. My mom always made brownies at Christmas, too. I don't know why she never made them the rest of the year. Oh, okay. Alexa, cancel.
No, Ziggy cancel.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Ziggy, cancel. I was thinking of last year when I... Wow, really? Ziggy, cancel. I hate those things.
Yes, this is true for both of us. We are both diabetic, so we don't make much stuff, but we're well controlled, so we can treat ourselves once in a while.
Let's take a look at these. They look yummy. All right, I'm going to put this back in. Ziggy, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Thank you.
All right, while you're doing that, let me do another one.
Yes, I need to put these on a rack.
So again, from Pepper Tree Villa, Arnie and Doug, Marmor cookies. The original recipe was from a Swedish bakery in Stockholm.
They look amazing. They look like they have a lot of my favorite things in it. Almonds,
like
pistachios.
loaves almost.
Huh. Okay.
Gotta keep track of all the ones I've shown so I don't repeat them.
Yep. Now you should let these cool for a few moments in the pan, but I'm impatient. Come on. Flip.
As they fall apart.
No, they're going to be soft at first
No.
here. Then, as they cool, they firm up. But the butterscotch, smells really good.
Okay, this one's fun.
Hear me out. A sandwich cookie, but the filling has booze in it. Cookies for grown-ups. Oh, I like that idea. Oh, yeah. We may have to experiment.
We have a place by us, the Cupcake Lady.
Yeah.
And she makes hundreds of different oversized cupcakes.
Like you could call them artisan cupcakes.
Yeah, they're almost like cakes, but each has a pipette that you squeeze in.
Not each one, if you order
Most
it that
of
way.
them have a pipette of booze that you squeeze in, and it injects it right into the base of the cookie or the cupcake, and it's so good.
All right, let's put these there to cool, and then in a few minutes we're going to try these because, wow, I forgot. I have not made the butterscotch version in years, probably 20 years. I forgot how wonderful that smell is.
And let's do another one.
Okay. Lisa Natale.
Now, this is one thing I wish we knew how to make.
Rainbow macarons, which is not a macaroon. My mother and I make these together for the last 25 years. That's nice. Yeah, well, this is it's a French pastry. It's a meringue. You can do it. You're like other things. It takes practice. You know, I have recipes for them. I've just never bothered with it. I don't have a piping bag either. Just saying.
Oh, we have,
Wow, that got ignored.
when I build the map, I'm going to have to make some changes here.
Okay,
hold on,
'cause
let me,
well after 4, you should do that soon.
okay, not yet, we'll build the map, but here.
Oh, hello, I'm watching from Nottingham, England.
So I'll have
Yay.
to stretch the map to
Yeah, hello
include
from
England.
So, where is Nottingham in relation to Hove, where you grew up?
Nottingham is north.
Okay. Okay, that's
So the
interesting.
Marmora has pistachios, almonds, cinnamon.
Oh my gosh, I love those windmill cookies. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look that up. Because they look like they're easy to make. I mean, if you're just going to cut them out into rectangles. Yeah.
Yeah, so where he
Okay.
is
Oh, in
Midlands.
the Midlands.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but if it's north of Hove, okay. Anyway.
Hold on.
What?
This one I think is a great idea.
I have changed from a cookie swap to an ice cream swap. Not a lot of people make ice cream, but the combos people come up with are amazing. I send them recipes that don't require an ice cream maker. Oh, that's... I think we have seen ice cream made without an ice cream maker where you just stir it all up and pop it in the freezer.
Well, your favorite Italian lady does it that way.
Which Italian lady? You're giving me a blank.
Missima?
Huh? Well, she's not Italian. She's a Londoner, but she's obsessed.
Yes.
He's talking about Nigella Lawson. Because she did this whole series on Italian cooking, and she's obsessed with Italian food, but she's not Italian. I need my sippy cup. Here we go.
All right, let's do some more.
Okay, yeah, because I know we had a lot.
Yeah, we do. And from
There we go.
Hank, Pizzelles, the Italian kitchen always had a plate of Pizzelles. Snowflake cookies made with a special iron, which filled the house with the smell of butter, anise, and sugar. And I wish I liked anise more, but I don't.
Well, and I start to say that when I worked in CVS in the pharmacy, we used to get the special anise oiled, and you can only get it from the pharmacy, but it was food grade. So all the Italians in town would, like starting in September, come and special order it for their pizzelles. And it was, you only need a couple drops versus using like anise flavoring. All right, I'm going in.
Hold on.
Okay.
Break it apart down there.
Yes, dear. Still gooey. And these will stay pretty soft. These will set up a little more, but it looks pretty good. Oh, yeah.
I don't believe you.
They're crisp on the outside, soft on the inside. And, wow. It's going to be okay. It's going to be too sweet for you, dear.
I don't care.
But the butterscotch,
Whoops.
as he drops them.
I didn't drop it yet.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yep. This takes me back. But really, it's rich. You can only eat a couple of these.
This is good.
I made mince pies today and used puff pastry by accident, but they are still amazing. Well, why wouldn't they be? I love puff pastry. We do a lot with puff pastry on this channel. But I know they're supposed to be the short crust pastry. It's a little sturdier. But I'll bet they're still good.
All right.
Right.
And one last time, if you haven't told us in chat where you're watching from, say hello from and your city, state, or city and country. And we're going to build the map in a couple of minutes and see where everyone's from.
Okay, so last I had asked was, what else could you do a cookie swap for? And Pepper Tree Villa said a summer one would be fun. But I guess, you could do one for a bridal shower or a birthday. Or you could go with the seasons. Now, so guys, you have me thinking, there are two big dinners that I do every year. I do a midwinter dinner sometime in January, early February, just to break up the monotony of the winter. Where we spend money that we don't have and do this big dinner and our friends gather and we just are silly. So that would be a fun thing to add. It would be a cookie exchange. And we also do one in the spring to welcome the spring and all that fun stuff. And choose the same crowd of people for both. So we could do a welcome spring one. Lindsay Draymond. White chocolate oatmeal cranberry cookies, and if I am being extra decadent, I add macadamia nuts. That sounds amazing. Oatmeal cookies are my favorite, and I always make them with cranberries anyway, this time of year. Well, it's the only time I make them, but ooh, white chocolate with macadamia nuts. I could get into that. Oh. Ziggy, cancel timer.
As a silence goes over the crowd.
They look just as good.
Hold on.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So, oops. That's not good. Let's turn this guy off.
All right. While you scoop them out, let's do another one.
Well, I'm going to let him cool for a few moments.
Okay, this
But
is
let's keep going because I know we have a lot.
This is funny.
And I smushed one. Oh, well. Wow, really?
Up on the shelf with an almond kiss surprise. Okay, it's funny. Come on now.
That is
I'm not
just
sure if I've ever had it
silliness.
with almond. They're usually butter cookie or short cookie.
Well, the almonds are in the kiss, dear.
I know
lady.
that.
Do you know what I also like that my mother used to make this time of year? And I think I have one in the back room, is a cookie press. Sometimes
do?
they're called spritz cookies. Yeah, but mine isn't as good as the original one I have. And, you know, they were like in the shape of a wreath or a poinsettia or a Christmas tree. And you put food coloring, but they're all the same flavor. And it was always almond. I may have to break out the cookie press this year. My neighbor makes cookies out of those crunchy Chinese noodles. They're strangely addictive. Oh yeah, I've seen versions of that. I think the Pioneer Woman did one. She did a cookie exchange episode, and she made them out of those crunchy noodles. She made wreaths, and she got food coloring all over her hands. But that's, yeah, I've seen that. And they are addictive.
Now, I'm surprised nobody said this yet.
Snickerdoodles are my favorite. Yeah, that's like a big thing. And for those of you wondering, like Janet, yeah, we are diabetic, so we'll eat just a couple today. And then I send all this stuff to Phil's office. I give it to Phil. He'll take it to work tomorrow. And then everyone's happy.
All right, let's continue.
Let's continue.
Another one from Doug and Arnie
Villa.
is their chocolate chip cookies.
And you know, you can't go wrong with a classic chocolate chip.
Yep, and we had about
really can't.
12 submissions of chocolate chip cookies. So I kind of threw the names in a hat and see which one.
Okay.
Actually, the one that had the better picture won. So Doug and Arnie's picture was a little better.
But you know, it's true. I bet if we looked at all the recipes, they would be slightly different. You know, maybe one uses brown sugar, one uses cinnamon. We do the same thing with our baked goods. Yeah, take them to work. I work from home, so I can't do that anymore, but he still goes to the office.
All right, it looks like we've got whoever we've got, only 16 viewers online today.
that's
But
too
let's
bad.
kind of build the map and see where we are. Ooh, it's already put some of them up there.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Janet in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I love Rhode Island.
Peter and I, as the hosts, are in Sewell, New Jersey. We got Laurel from Michigan.
Hi, Laurel.
Of course, we have Hank from Phoenix, and
Yes.
it's got him today.
Really?
I forgot to
I'm
post this
80.
before.
72 now. That turn.
80 and it's
Bear.
20 here. Really?
Yeah, but I prefer the 20, dear.
And then we've got Chatty B from Butte, Montana.
Oh, wow.
And we got Doug and Arnie from Martinez, California. And we got Nottingham, England. I have to stretch the map so it goes over there. Let's see. Oh, we got Rich. Yay.
Hi, RCB.
RCB
Happy
from
Thanksgiving
St. Louis.
and happy Christmas.
We got Marion from Rhode Island.
Oh, another Rhode
Barrington,
Islander.
Rhode Island.
Yeah,
So we got two of you now.
that's awesome.
And I
love
think
Rhode Island.
that's all I got. Oh, wait a minute. We got in the kitchen with Janine from Florida, last
yeah.
minute.
How could you forget our Janine?
Oh, okay. I think that's all of them. But it's a pretty good mix.
And you got Janet.
I did.
Okay.
I think I did. Hold on.
Okay.
She didn't give me a location.
Well, she's here. Janet, where are you? Anyway.
We'll go back to that.
We can go back to it.
If anybody else joins in, we'll add them.
Some are from England and 2 from Rhode Island. I don't think we've had any Rhode Islanders as a regular thing.
What was the we had Sri Lanka.
We had Sri Lanka.
Uh-huh.
We had...
Oh, Janet was in Rhode Island. She was the
That's the
other
other
one.
Rhode Islander. Okay.
Yep.
We've had Taiwan. We've had that. Remember, there was that couple that were like, "Oh, we're vacationing in."
Oh yeah, and
then they came the next time. We actually live in.
And they stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but even where they actually live, it was like 3 in the morning. That's kind of humbling. And Lance, greetings from Mr. Charleston, the boys from Long Island.
Okay, I like this play on the emojis.
Good old rock hard plain gingerbread. Well, gingerbread shouldn't be rock hard, at least not the way I make it. The cookies maybe, but let me put this back here. Not if you're making real proper gingerbread.
All right, and we got another one now.
Kelly Johnson hot cocoa cookies. They look good. It looks like almost like a crackle cookie, but with hot chocolate on it and sprinkles.
Or marshmallow even.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of these had recipes, and I've had a couple that they only sent me recipes and not a picture, and because I wasn't familiar with the recipe, I couldn't find a matching picture. But again, the fact that we got so many submissions is a testament to our audience and our Facebook group.
You certainly could have asked me. I might have known about it.
You were a little busy.
Well, true. I usually am. I usually am, mon petite. Also, another favorite is Peter's shortbread. It's not a cookie, but a taste I associate with the holidays. Thank you, RCB. Yeah, it's not a cookie. It's pastry. But it is the holidays. And again, I'll make a couple. I'll make several. Actually, I'll give them out to neighbors. I'll make one for us. We'll eat 2 pieces, and then we're like, ugh. Such a fun to send the pics and share. Great idea, guys. Thanks, Janine.
For foreign foods?
Pfeffernuss.
What?
Pfeffernuss cookies. Okay. Well, then, I expect to see them at New Year's, Lance, when we come to visit you.
Let's do a few more.
Italian raspberry bow tie cookies. It helps when you work in a bakery. Yeah, I love those. I like fruit-filled cookies. Yeah, and they're beautiful, and they're I think those are pretty easy to make because it's kind of, if I am thinking of the right thing, the cookie part is similar to a shortbread or a short crust pastry, and then you cut it out and dollop the preserves on and just flip it over. So maybe a little more labor-intensive than a drop cookie like these, but not difficult, and certainly delicious.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's keep going, yeah, because my notes are running short. Oh, Hank, rugula, yes, yes. In the Jewish house, you would find rugula cookies, crescent-shaped cookies filled with jams and poppy seed paste. Yeah, you know, and I am not Jewish, but my mother used to make them every Christmas, too. She would do those. And I still have her recipe, her handwritten recipe on a card, so maybe I'll test them out.
Oops, sorry. Back to you.
Back to me. Yay!
Oh, wait, here's another good one.
Okay. Well, it was back to me. Betty J. Peppermint Kiss cookies. I like that idea with the little peppermint, the stripy peppermint kiss. Well, you wouldn't eat them because you don't like mint that much.
Yeah, I'm not a mint person.
Except when it's in a mojito, and even then. But I would eat them. Those look good.
And again, just a reminder, if the picture that you sent me does not look like it, it's because it probably had your family and children in it, and YouTube gets a little crazy, so I cut you out, or I zoomed in on the cookie, or the picture was out of focus and I needed to find an alternate.
Okay. You should have put yourself up on camera when you were saying that.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, except I'm standing here like doo-doo-doo. My grandmother make tricolor Italian cookies. Oh, yeah. They're fun. I know what those are. Yep.
All right.
I don't know what they're called, and they have a name. What was that other one? I thought someone sent in that you can use them to make the tree, the tower. Someone, Strafoli's or something?
Yes, but the way Paulie does pizza on his channel, I think we could challenge him.
As much as I love this kind of stuff,
pizza cookies.
Hold on, dear. As much as I love this kind of stuff, I do not eat it. I pretty much only treat myself with pizza, to be honest. Sorry, I don't have any cookies. Okay, so yeah, then Paulie, what kind of pizza would you make that's extra for the holiday? Or maybe a cookie-sized mini pizza? That would count. A savory Christmas cookie. Oh, I could get into that.
Or pizzas that are so small.
That's what I said. A cookie
Yeah.
like this size pizza. Ginger snaps right out of the oven. That's good, Grace. That's beautiful. Yep.
Yes, the Pepper Tree guys agree with me. Oops.
A pizza cookie. That's what I said. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, Paulie. You're the pizza expert. Consider this a throwdown.
All right, 426, and we
Yes.
got two more, so let's do this.
Yes. That's what I was talking of. Strafoli honey balls. They make the big tower. Yeah. Those are delicious. Very much. What's the other one?
And let's see, last one is,
Stacy Blisher. My sort of cookie tray just for swapping. That's pretty. That's a nice picture. Mm-hmm. Okay.
sure you can.
I guess I could. Oh, sure. Absolutely. Maybe I'll go and get some pizza dough and try and make it too. Though I've never made pizza, but why not? From Kaga is the stack cookie into a tray. No, it's a different name, but I know what you're talking about. That's probably a different version, but the Strufoli is the other one that they use. It has another name, that structure.
All right, we're coming up
Okay.
to the end of an hour. Let's talk about what we got coming up.
Well, page 2.
As he looks at his notes.
Well, yes, dear, because I'm old and forgetful. So, our next episode, knock on wood, we're going to be making, it's cold, except for where Hank lives, but it's cold everywhere now. So, I'm feeling like I want a stew. We're going to make something called a beef carbonade. Not carbonara, not carpaccio, carbonade. It's a Belgian beef stew, and it's made with Belgian beer. Dead simple to make and delicious to eat. We're going to be testing, again, more of this recipe, but that will be our next episode. We also have a cocktail coming up, which may also be the next episode, depending on how the week goes for us. And this has a little bit of a naughty name, but it's delicious. I can't believe I'm saying this. As I always say, this is a family channel, but it's called Sex in a Snowbank. Or Sex on a Snowbank. And it's this wonderful, rummy, coconutty cocktail, but it's perfect for Christmas because it looks like snow.
Janet has an idea for Paulie.
Oh, you can make a tree on the pizza using pepperoni. Absolutely. Absolutely, you could.
How about the next live stream?
Well, I was just going to ask you, do you want to tell them all about it?
It's okay.
Yeah, but I might screw it up.
You're the host.
Thank you for that. But you do everything else. Anyway, so our next live stream is going to be all about what is your most awkward or embarrassing holiday gift that you ever received? We had a title for it, dear. That's why I wanted you to say it, talk about it. But we've
Awkward, and that was it. Awkward and embarrassing gifts.
We've all gotten those gifts on Christmas morning where you open it up and you go, oh, okay. So yeah, send us in your stories, maybe pictures of something if it's not too naughty or too stupid, or if it is too stupid, definitely. We're also going to be doing some cooking, and I don't know what yet, but probably something for the Christmas celebration, and we'll have a nice Christmassy cocktail too. But yeah, we're looking forward to your most awkward gift. So that's all I have, and look at that, we are 10 seconds from time.
And let's
All right.
roll the credits.
Reprise the theme song and roll the credits. And you're old if you get that
Come on.
reference. And I'd be impressed if you do get that reference.
There we go.
There we are.
I have to hit that button.
Yep.
And Let's Celebrate TV is a production of LG Manor in our studio in our basement bar. And thanks to our supporters and everyone here in chat today that commented.
Yay, RCB. Yeah.
And with that, we shall see you.
All right.